Good morning. I'm Jennifer Flores.
And I'm Brandon Padilla.
And
this is Spartan Shield News. Today we have a review on a local business, some interviews with former Spartans, and a look into credit recovery.
Twinkle Brown Sugar hosts many of HP's fundraisers and has grown in popularity. For the first time this year, we are venturing into local businesses, and here's Jennifer Flores on the scene. Thank you, Jennifer. Today I'm here with Lola at Twinkle Brown Sugar. How was the first day?
First day was a ghost town. It was a ghost town for maybe a few months because this place used to be like an old, apparently legendary like Hawaiian food joint, and those days are as old as like the graffiti that you can see on the outside. That's been there since the Hawaiian food place was here.
How has fundraising helped the business gain popularity?
Oh man, so we seem to exclusively organize our fundraisers at this location with the local high schools, and some of you all can be extremely organized, which means a lot of people will show up, and that's exactly what we want.
What kind of food and drinks do you guys serve?
We mostly have crafted our menu from like a Taiwanese perspective, so with a Taiwanese origin, and the bodies of our drinks are mostly jasmine green tea. So we brew the jasmine flowers with the green tea leaves at the beginning of every day, and our roasted oolong tea, which is already pretty kick-ass fermented tea leaves. I love it. It's got a very nice roasted aftertaste, but it throws a lot of people off because they're just not used to the taste of unsweetened tea. And then of course we have the black tea, and it just plays well with everything. And the food, we have simple fried snacks for now, just enough to make you crave a drink, I'd say.
Is there anything else you would like to share about Twinkle Brown?
Yeah, I think one of the things that makes us stand out as a boba spot is the reliable quality of our boba. Because, I hope you have never had to deal with this, but there are some horror stories of people just getting boba from a random place that doesn't respect itself or its customers or its food or like food safety laws, and they'll serve day-old boba, and you can tell because it expands and it looks disgusting, like dead snails. Okay.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much for having me on your show. I love Saturday Night Live.
Back to you guys in the studio.
The main worry for Spartan seniors is if they're prepared enough for life after high school. Some of our alumni are finding their place in the world. Here with some HP graduates is me, Brandon Padilla. Today we have two former HP graduates, Lucas Mora and Alex Huerta, both of which were formerly a part of Spartan Shield and are currently attending UCLA. Today, they will share with us their thoughts and experiences with life after high school so far. How has your first quarter of college been so far?
Well, at first it was a hard transition. Just being away from home, even just an hour away, it's hard for me. I'm always used to being here with my family and stuff, so I would get homesick at first, and our roommate isn't exactly the best and hasn't really made the transition the easiest, but I've gotten used to being there and I don't get homesick.
Classes have been great. Like, I'm an art major, so a lot of my classes are like more smaller compared to like the big lecture hall, so I get a bigger connection to my professor than a lot of other students do to their professor like their first year, which I think is really beneficial to me, and I'm really enjoying it.
Do you feel high school has prepared you enough for life in college?
Yeah, high school won't really prepare you for any of the experiences that you're gonna have at college. It's just a completely different thing. Like he said, high school is like you're there for 8 hours. You have your classes set up for you.
I feel like high school can't really prepare you for dorming and living on campus, and it's a whole different environment. It's like a little city at UCLA, and it's way different from in high school where you're there for 8 hours and then you go home and that's it for the day.
Can you please tell us your major and what are your future plans?
Thinking of switching into communications, which is more, it's similar, but it's not exactly the same, and the classes that you have to take for that major have a lot more variety, so I might end up going with communications instead. My future plans after college is to open up a restaurant.
I'm an art major. I'm also planning to switch, but I'm planning to switch to an architecture major. So it isn't that big of a switch. It's within the same school. And my plans after college are to go to do set design for a little bit because I want to do grad school, and I'm planning to move out of state for grad school. But after grad school, I would want to do like public spaces in the area and just like give back to my community that way.
During Thanksgiving break, credit recovery was being offered to all the students who were failing or in danger of failing a class. Some questioned whether or not credit recovery has any positive outcomes. Here's our Spartan Shield reporter.
Hi guys, my name is Julie Cruz. I'm here filling in for Maxi Lopez about credit recovery.
Credit recovery is a way for students who have failed a class to earn academic credit for that course and thus avoid failing. Credit recovery usually takes place over a break, such as summer or winter or even Thanksgiving break, as we recently had. Many argue that credit recovery doesn't really help students and is just a way to boost graduation rates. Many also argue that it's unfair for a student to pass a class in a matter of weeks while others have worked all year. With the introduction of credit recovery courses just a couple years ago, high school graduation rates have been steadily on the rise.
What do you think about credit recovery being 1 week?
I like that we can give our students an opportunity to possibly graduate. A lot of our students have other circumstances that sometimes keep them from coming to school, so having credit recovery provides a chance that they might have not had otherwise to obtain that diploma.
I think it's a good week so people will catch up and it will go back fast.
I think it should be longer. I think it should be longer.
Do you think that credit recovery actually works?
If you're using it as an extension for what you do during the school year, it's supposed to be. Obviously, with kids being absent, it might not help them out. But like I said, for some of these kids, it at least gives them an idea of if they stay in, they have an option of continuing, as opposed to just dropping out.
It's a tough question. Credit recovery is not for everyone. I feel like sometimes, kids get sick or they're out for, a certain time. Credit recovery could be an opportunity for them to make up some lost time.
It works for some people. I mean, there are some students that are able to go ahead and be able to meet the learning targets, the standards. And some students, maybe they were with that percentage to pass the class and didn't. So those 30 hours giving the opportunity now to go ahead and be able to meet that standard.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wait, mister, is there something else you want to say?
Do good in your classes so that you don't have to go to credit recovery.
Okay, thank you. And now back to you, Brandon.
Now on to Sarah Mia Lopez with your Spartan Sports.
Hey guys, it's Natalie with your sports update, filling in for Sarah Mia. Today we have an update on basketball, soccer, and wrestling. Boys basketball is currently 1-2, losing against Garfield in their last game. They have a tournament on next week here in HP. Make sure to support. Girls basketball took on Collins High School where they unfortunately lost but have a game today. Make sure to support. Good luck, girls. The boys soccer team took on the Southeast Jaguars where they tied, and the next game is to be determined. The wrestling team had a tournament last Thursday at Bell where they lost 66-6. And that was all for your sports update. Back to you in the studio, Brandon.
Thank you for tuning in today. Make sure you tune in next week for your Spartan Shield News.